100,000. We need minimum of 100,000 certified cybersecurity experts in Africa. As at now, I'm not even sure that we are up to that 8,000 he's talking about. So for you, we have opportunity to be able to get certified. Then there is the School on Internet Governance. And when we are doing our School on Internet Governance, at African, let me talk about the African level. African School on Internet Governance, we also have the Diplo Foundation, that we have the modules that we train. We have been training over 300 participants. Some of the facilitators are here, like Ponslet. So some facilitators are here. In the School on Internet Governance that we do online, there are modules that have been developed by PRIDA. So we use those modules in our school. And one of them is on cybersecurity. And those general certificate, but one of the courses that are done there is the cybersecurity, taking into consideration our local needs. So that's where we are playing in as well. So at our national level, to have School on Internet Governance, we also use the Diplo Foundation, and we do physical meeting. And at the end of the day, at the end of the program, we do issue certificates, but it's always on general, but it's listed. So, and we have it at national level, we have it at regional level. West Africa, we have done the 5th one, and the last one was just done in Ghana in May this year. So we are trying, and we are also encouraging women. There's a program, the STEM program. We also want to introduce cybersecurity to the women and the youth. Okay, so those are things, and we are collaborating with Internet Society. There's strategic plan group that is concentrating on cybersecurity. So, and there are courses online that one can take with Internet Society. Apart from the PRIDA one I've talked about, there's the Internet Society. So as non-state actors, we are also pulling our weight to make sure that we also take advantage of what Martin has told us, and the gap we have. The gap for me is a lot of opportunity for me and the young people. For those of us that have, even me, I asked them, can I take the course? And they said, yes, Mama, you can take the course. It doesn't matter, because when Hakim Ajijola was introducing the courses to us, I said, well, I'm too old. He said, no, anybody can be. So you have opportunity to be certified as a cybersecurity expert. Not only that you have opportunity to be employed here in Africa, all over the world is your marketplace. And we also support. We also come up with policy papers when we do our school. So the attendants, I mean the students, they come up with policy papers or policy what's it called, policy notes that we share with stakeholders on cybersecurity. And for women, we encourage women when we are taking applicants for school, we give priority to women. And I want to encourage the women here that the women in cybersecurity that is being launched tomorrow, I think most of us should be there and take part as well. We also encourage youth, not only general youth, but the female youth. We encourage them. And I think we want to participate more with what Martin has told us and what you people are doing as GFCE. So, and now that we know there are other issues that are happening, those trainings and what Dr. I don't call him doctor, I call him Makta. What Makta has told us. So we have opportunity. It is our time, especially the young people here. It is your time to be part of it. So those are the things I want to share with us, that we're doing some work at our national levels, at our regional level, and at the continental level. And I like the analysis. I want us to go to the website and read analysis of each country. I want to read what my country is doing because we have a cybersecurity strategy in my country, and it is even being reviewed now. And is the certification we have not, it's not at national level, but individuals, non-state actors are doing some things and giving certificate of participation or certification of experts on cybersecurity. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mary. So we do have one question here, and it seems like our time is coming to an end. So I will take two questions, and I know that there's been, a mouthful of information about different initiatives that are out there. When I'm making my closing remarks, I'll make sure to give you a little bit of, synthesized information, and then one portal where you can go and get all this information so that you can follow up on the various projects and initiatives. But thank you, Mary. I think that was a brilliant way to close this off in terms of addressing where, at an individual level, we can fill in the cyber capacity needs of our continent, of our nations, of our region. The first question will go to this gentleman in blue, and then the lady in red was the second. And I'll take the third and the last one before they kick me out.
Thank you very much. Ponslate from the Gambian IGF. This question is addressed to Makta. Nice discussion. I just wanted you to clarify on the structure of the setup you're going to have in Togo on cybersecurity. Is it a secretariat, and are you having permanent presence there, and how are you going to run it? Thank you.
Okay, I think let's do all three questions, and then we'll do the responses.
Thank you very much. My name is Catherine. So I'd like to ask, how can we say we are serious about cybersecurity if, since the adoption of the Africa Union Convention on cybersecurity and personal data, only 14 countries have signed and only 5 have ratified? Are there any advocacy strategies happening to get the governments to sign and ratify?
Thank you. And then the last one is this gentleman here.
Yes, thank you very much, Jimson Olufuye. Very excellent workshop. Well, question and perhaps maybe a comment as well. Well, I didn't hear much about sustainable development goal. Is all this towards sustainable development goal? And if it is, maybe we can focus more using the word development, if possible. Development. We are developing capacity development. And then just for comment, just to build the capacity in terms of capacity development, the National Open University of Nigeria, in collaboration with the World Bank, they have a robust cybersecurity program. So people can join in online, and it's heavily subsidized, just for information.
Thank you. You're definitely correct about that. How does this all tie into the SDGs? And then also identifying other resources in terms of academic courses that one can pursue. I know that that is a priority for many of the countries that approach the GFCE, is how to create national curriculums where you can actually have people that are trained and certified in cybersecurity, apart from the short-term trainings that was here referred by Mary. But I think I can pass the mic maybe to Makta first.
Thank you very much for this pertinent question. Let me start by the last one from Jimson. We of course don't have a time to go through the sustainable development, the linkage with sustainable development. But in my presentation, I highlight the digital global compact. Yeah. And the digital compact is linked to the sustainable development. How to align all this with the SDG 2030, as well as I don't talk about on the Africa AU Agenda 2063. Also, we have this linkage on the cyber security, and as well as the digital transformation for Africa 2020-2030, where one of the pillar is cyber security. I think the role of GFC is to contribute to attaining to this sustainable development goal through building the capacity of African people, even policy expert, professional on cybersecurity. Because as you know, on the SDG 17, technology is a means of the implementation of the old SDG. And without cyber security, we can't implement. Second, we talk, I think there is one lady who talk about the Malabo Convention. It is a problem. Because in 2000, I think it was 2012, there was a request at the Head of State Summit to ECA and African Union to develop the Malabo Convention. You know, we start to talk about the issue of cybersecurity since a long time. And 2 years after, ECA elaborated in collaboration with AUC, this Malabo Convention adopted by the Head of State in 2024 in Malabo, why we call it Malabo Convention. And since 10 years after, 2014, 8 years, I don't know exactly, we have only 14 countries ratify this Malabo Convention. And we can't use it, but we need 15 countries. Why UNECA has a discussion with the executive secretary of ECA, had a discussion with the president of Togo last 2 years ago. And this year we call a summit for cyber security summit in Togo in March 2022. And the summit adopted a declaration, Lomé Declaration. And the declaration called upon all African countries to ratify this Malabo Convention. And the Head of State of Togo will nominate a special envoy in the country to discuss with the president to ratify this. I think we have seen a lot of progress, and in the coming months we'll have more countries ratify this convention Malabo. Also, we need to have this awareness also among the experts, because when you discuss with some professional or some policy, they don't understand what is a Malabo Convention. They think they are only the Budapest Convention. Yeah. And because the Budapest Convention provides a lot of capacity building. Yeah. And they know more this one. And we need also on the GFC to see how we can have a module on cyber capacity for this to awareness this Malabo Convention. Yeah, of course, it is a problem. We can't talk about cyber security and without signing this Malabo Convention, but I think it's something happening. And with this Ukraine crisis now, there is a necessity to move forward in the term of cyber security, because we have seen there are a lot of negative impact for the continent, and we don't have enough capacity to be faced on the challenge. Second, for Ponsele, the Togo Center, it is in the declaration of Lomé. We talk about all these issues, the challenge on cyber security in the continent, this issue of Malabo Convention, the issue of cyber capacity, the issue of policy regulation, and also is why we decided in the in the declaration of Lomé to call upon a creation of this African Center on Cyber Security in Lomé. Yeah. And ECA will support the Togo government to put in place this cyber security center. And the center will be an African center. It will be run by Togo, and also African countries will be also involved. We did the same thing in Congo. When we talk about emerging technology for industrial revolution, we built last year the African Center on Artificial Intelligence in Congo. We launched it in February, and this is an African center. It is on the same way. We are going to have this center for all African. And we have some people here working on this center, and we plan to launch it by December December this year. It will be focused on policy, strategy, technology also, awareness, and also it will be a laboratory for cyber crime and cyber security in the continent. Thank you. Yeah.
I just want to respond to the lady in red that asked about advocacy. That's why at Africa IGF we decided to run the parliamentarian track, and one of the things that is being talked about there is the signing of. They now understood that they need to be they need to get back to their country and make sure that this thing, the Malabo Convention, is signed. So it was discussed there, and so as part of our own advocacy, So we are reaching out to the parliamentarians so that they know the importance of it and they go ask for it in their countries. Yeah.
I will ask you something. I forget to mention. You know, at UNECA we have an annual report on ICT every year. This year, the annual report will focus on cybersecurity for development in the context of the fourth industrial revolution. And we'll invite all of you to attend this meeting to be held in September in Tunisia to discuss on this report. It's a very important report, as well as we are going to discuss the interoperability system in the continent for the digital ID, including also the issue of standard. It's very important now when we talk about digital ID, yeah, and policy framework and cybersecurity. All of you, we are invited to attend this meeting, and GFC also, we are a good partner for that. You are welcome.
I'll give 30 seconds to Dr. Martin Koyabe, because we do have one more intervention from Theo from Smart Africa. He's online, and he'd like to address a couple words.
I think let's give Theo the opportunity.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. We're about to see you on the big screen as well.
Okay. Thank you, moderator. Distinguished guests, the organizers of the 11th African Internet Governance Forum, my fellow panelists, Martin, Makta, Mary, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, I would like to express my gratitude to the Africa IGF Secretariat for organizing this timely forum with the theme Internet for Human Resilience and Solidarity. I would also like to extend my appreciation to GFCE for inviting Smart Africa to speak at this forum, specifically on cybersecurity panel. And I'm very happy to share the vision of Smart Africa regarding cybersecurity development on the continent. As of June this year, 2022, Smart Africa Alliance membership is made of 33 African countries, representing approximately 827 million people, over 40 global private companies, and around 15 partner international organizations, including ITU and African Union Commission. The vision of Smart Africa is to transform Africa into a single digital market by 2030. And to achieve this vision, Smart Africa is currently working on 35 continental digital projects, including cloud and data centers, One Africa Network, digital ID, intra-Africa cross-border connectivity, data governance, and many more. Cybersecurity is one of our ongoing projects because we believe that it is a prerequisite for the realization of the African Continental Free Trade Area, as well as the African Single Digital Market. Additionally, cybersecurity is a vital cross-cutting theme for sovereignty and trust in all Africa digital platforms and projects in order to foster the development of a thriving, self-sustainable, and optimal Africa digital economy. The Smart Africa Cybersecurity Project aims at securing all ambitious Africa digital initiatives. Under the leadership of the Republic of Cote d'Ivoire, the project will first develop a framework to harmonize cybersecurity policies and the regulations. Second, to support the development of infrastructure to help enforcing cybersecurity. And lastly, to build the skills and the capabilities necessary to secure African cyberspace and promote a trusted and resilient digital environment. Phase one of this project is to develop a continental cybersecurity blueprint that will guide African countries while developing or updating their cybersecurity policies and strategies. And phase 2 will be the implementation of various pilot projects and or proof of concepts, focusing on capacity building, policies, development, and infrastructure. Ahead of the completion of the Pan-African Cybersecurity Blueprint, we have identified the need to upskill our policy and decision makers, as well as the youth in the field. And for this purpose, we are working with some universities to set up a cybersecurity innovation center by the end of this year in Côte d'Ivoire. Actually, this is an open for collaboration, and I would like to invite interested stakeholders to come on board for this project. In the conclusion, I want to remind those following us today that cyber threats are borderless. Countries need to embrace collaborative efforts on cybersecurity because the risk environment affects critical infrastructure is complex and uncertain. It therefore requires cross-border collaboration, mutual assistance, and other cooperative agreements. Smart Africa will continue to work closely with our partners, and we keep supporting the alliance members to establish strategies and enforcement mechanisms for systematically managing cybersecurity, internet governance, and data privacy. I thank the host country, the Republic of Malawi, and the African IGF Secretariat for organizing this important forum to discuss issues related to cybersecurity on African continent, as well as internet governance. I thank you once again for your kind attention. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Theo. Thank you, Theo. So Theo is project manager on several cybersecurity projects within Smart Africa. I'm going to have to end our session here, but I'm not going to end empty. I'm going to end by first thanking all the panelists that have shared the experiences and activities of the different organizations that are ongoing on the continent. I think this is proof that there is despite maybe lack or limited number of signatories to the Malabo Convention, as was mentioned before, there is interest, there is commitment on part of our governments and of various other organizations within the continent. So I hope that this session has been a positive session in terms of exposing the different initiatives that are taking place in the continent, but also illustrating that there is a lot more opportunities for South-to-South collaboration. So collaboration amongst us to create capacity and expertise to deal with cyber issues on the continent. I will end by appealing that if you need any more further information, please do contact any one of the heads of the projects that were here mentioned and initiatives that were mentioned. For the AU GFCE project, you can contact Dr. Martin Koyabe, and he shared his contact. But you can also visit the Sybil portal, which is a portal that the GFCE developed with some partners to identify all the cyber capacity building initiatives that exist globally. So you can see who the funders are, the implementers, the benefactors of those initiatives. So if you Google Sybil portal, I would love to tell you the URL right now, but I can't because I have no internet. So Sybil portal, CYBIL portal. And you can find a mapping of all these initiatives. So thank you so much for coming to the session. Do look out for us. We'll be available to touch base with anyone. Have a good day.